Our education system is broken. It churns out obedient workers instead of thinkers. We memorize facts. We regurgitate answers. We don't question. We don't innovate. This system isn't designed for the 21st century. It's designed for a world that no longer exists. We need a revolution. We need to bridge the gap between the haves and the have-nots. The ultra-wealthy, the billionaires, they understand something fundamental. They've cracked the code. They've figured out how to navigate this flawed system. But they're not sharing the secret. They hoard knowledge, leaving the rest of us behind, stuck in a cycle of mediocrity. Imagine a world where education empowers everyone, where critical thinking is the norm, where innovation is celebrated. This isn't a pipe dream. This is the future we can build. It starts with a fundamental shift. We need to move away from rote learning. We need to embrace creativity. We need to teach our children to question, to explore, to solve. This isn't just about academics. It's about life. We need to equip them with the tools for success in a rapidly changing world. AI, technology, these aren't just buzzwords. They're the keys to unlocking human potential. Let's use them to build a better future and revolutionize education. Our current education system often feels like a factory. It's designed for mass production, churning out graduates prepped for the workforce. We measure success by grades and standardized tests. But what do these numbers really tell us? Are we truly measuring intelligence, creativity, or problem-solving skills? The sad truth is, we're not. We're measuring obedience. We're rewarding the ability to memorize and regurgitate, not the ability to think critically and challenge assumptions. This creates a false sense of achievement. Students believe they're succeeding because they're getting good grades. But are they truly prepared for the complexities of the real world? The answer, more often than not, is no. Critical thinking is the engine of progress. It's the ability to analyze information objectively, identify biases, and form independent judgments. It's about asking the tough questions, challenging the status quo, and not accepting things at face value. Yet, this essential skill is sorely lacking in our current education system. We're so focused on cramming facts into students' heads that we neglect to teach them how to think for themselves. We prioritize memorization over analysis, obedience over questioning. This leaves a gaping hole in their education, a void that can have lasting consequences. The current education system rewards conformity. It incentivizes students to blend in, to follow the rules, to not rock the boat. This might seem like a recipe for a well-ordered society, but it comes at a steep price: the stifling of creativity and innovation. When we discourage independent thought and reward conformity, we create a generation afraid to challenge the status quo. They become hesitant to express unconventional ideas, to propose radical solutions, to think differently. This fear of standing out, of being labeled as different, can have a chilling effect on progress. We need to celebrate those who dare to be different, who think outside the box, who challenge conventional wisdom. Billionaires. They're often seen as a different breed. Visionaries, innovators, rule breakers. But here's the thing. They didn't succeed by playing by the rules of our broken education system. They succeeded by seeing its flaws, its limitations. They understood that true success lay in thinking differently, in challenging assumptions, in forging their own paths. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't follow the well-trodden path. They carved their own way, often facing resistance and ridicule along the way. They questioned everything, challenged the status quo, and weren't afraid to fail. This audacity, this willingness to think differently, is precisely what set them apart. They saw opportunities where others saw obstacles. While billionaires understand the flaws in the system, they're not exactly eager to share this knowledge. They've climbed the ladder to success, and they're not keen on lowering it for others. They benefit from the status quo, from a system that produces obedient workers instead of critical thinkers. They protect their knowledge, their strategies, their secrets. They hoard the very tools that could empower others to achieve similar success. This knowledge gap, this information asymmetry, is at the heart of the widening wealth gap. It's not just about money, it's about access to the tools, the mindsets, the networks that enable upward mobility. This hoarding of knowledge isn't always malicious. Sometimes, it's simply a matter of self-preservation. The current system, with its emphasis on standardized tests and rote learning, inadvertently benefits those who already have a head start. Those from privileged backgrounds often have access to resources and support systems that others lack. They have tutors, mentors, and access to quality education that reinforces critical thinking and problem-solving skills from a young age. This creates an uneven playing field right from the start. Children from less privileged backgrounds, often lacking these advantages, are left to navigate a system that doesn't value their unique perspectives or experiences. They're taught to conform, to follow, to accept their lot in life. This perpetuates a cycle of inequality, where opportunities remain concentrated among the privileged few. We stand at the cusp of a technological revolution. Artificial intelligence, once the stuff of science fiction, is rapidly becoming a reality. This isn't just about robots and self-driving cars. It's about transforming the very fabric of our society, including our education system. AI has the potential to democratize knowledge, to personalize learning, to empower individuals in ways we're only beginning to imagine. Imagine a world where every student has access to a personalized AI tutor, available 24/7, adapting to their unique learning style, identifying their strengths, and addressing their weaknesses. This isn't about replacing teachers. It's about empowering them. Our education system often feels like a business, driven by metrics and tests. AI offers a chance to shift from profit-driven to human-centered education. Imagine prioritizing well-being, creativity, and critical thinking. AI can personalize learning and foster a love of learning. Imagine a world where every mind is empowered to innovate, to solve problems, to create. This isn't just a utopian dream. It's the potential that AI unlocks. By democratizing access to knowledge, personalizing learning, and fostering critical thinking, AI can spark a renaissance of innovation, driving progress in every field imaginable. Imagine students from all walks of life, equipped with the tools and the mindset to tackle the world's most pressing challenges: climate change, poverty, disease. Imagine a generation empowered to think differently, to challenge assumptions, to break down barriers. This is the promise of an AI-powered education system. It's about unleashing the creative potential that lies dormant within each of us. Our current system glorifies wealth. We chase status symbols. We measure success in dollars and cents. This relentless pursuit of wealth creates a rat race, a never-ending cycle of competition and comparison. But what if there's a different way? Imagine a world where success is measured not by what we accumulate, but by what we contribute. Imagine a world where we value collaboration over competition, where we celebrate collective achievements, where we prioritize purpose over profit. This isn't about demonizing wealth. It's about redefining our relationship with it. Our current education system often fosters a sense of competition. We are pitted against each other, vying for grades, scholarships, and recognition. While healthy competition can be motivating, it can also stifle collaboration and limit our collective potential. What if, instead of competing, we focused on harnessing the collective genius of humanity? Imagine a world where knowledge is freely shared, where collaboration is the norm, where we work together to solve problems and create solutions that benefit everyone. Imagine a world where education is seen not as a means to get ahead, but as a way to contribute to the common good. This is the power of community-driven innovation. With the rise of online platforms and open-source technologies, we have unprecedented opportunities to connect, collaborate, and co-create. The concept of a billionaire is a recent phenomenon. It's a product of a system that concentrates wealth in the hands of the few. But what if we could create a world where such extreme wealth disparities no longer exist? Imagine a world of Billionaires, measuring success by community well-being. By reimagining our education system, fostering collaboration and community-driven innovation, and shifting our values towards holistic success, we can create a world where everyone thrives. We've journeyed through the shortcomings of our current education system, often feeling like a factory, churning out compliant workers. But we've glimpsed a brighter future, where education becomes the great equalizer, empowering all to reach their full potential. Imagine AI personalizing learning, classrooms as vibrant hubs of creativity, and a generation equipped with life skills. By harnessing technology and collaboration, we can create an education system for all learners. Section 2. The revolution starts now. This revolution in education won't happen overnight. It requires a fundamental shift in our mindset, a willingness to challenge the status quo, and to rethink our assumptions about education. We must invest in our children's future, not just financially, but by nurturing their curiosity and creativity. The first step is awareness, recognizing that the current system is no longer serving us. We must demand better for our children, for our communities, for our world. This revolution starts with each of us. By embracing these ideals, we can create a world where every mind is empowered. The time for change is now. The future of education, and indeed, the future of humanity, depends on it.